Good afternoon and welcome back to Lunch and Learn Online. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. This is the second part of our series on building a search-friendly website that drives user action and supports your goals. Whether you're launching a new website or sprucing up an old one, this workshop will help you learn the skills you need to tailor your website to the needs of your target audience. In the first part of this class, we reviewed the 6 characteristics of a great website. And we discussed some of the simple ways we can be effective in each one of these areas. Today, we're going to dive a little deeper with more advanced strategies to make your website great. Ideally, your website leads the user from one page of useful content to the next. But building these kinds of personalized experiences starts with good data. Tools such as Google Analytics can help you to better understand your audience and the insights their activity gives you, so that you can make more strategic decisions for your business. It's a good idea to spend time with your user data and site analytics to find opportunities to customize experiences for your users. To set up a Google Analytics account, you'll want to first go to g.co/analytics. You can either start by creating a new account or signing into your existing analytics account if you have one. Next, you'll need to set up a property in your analytics account, if you haven't already done so. A property represents your website or your app, and it's the collection point in analytics for the data from your site or app. Next, you can set up a reporting view in your property. Views are going to let you create filtered perspectives of your data. For example, all data except from your company's internal IP addresses, or all data associated with, say, a specific sales region. Finally, you're going to follow the instructions Google Analytics gives you to add the tracking code to your website so that you can actually collect data. Let's take a closer look at some of the reports you can get from Google Analytics. First up are acquisition reports. In a nutshell, these reports are going to show how you get users and how they behave on your site. You could use these reports to find out how people are searching for your business or finding your website through various search engines. With this example report on the screen, we can see what search terms people are using to find this particular business, with the word cupcake coming up an awful lot. Next up are audience reports, which provide insight into characteristics of your users, such as demographics, interests, location, language, behavior, technology, and the devices they use to access your site. You could use this information to drive marketing initiatives. Behavior flow reports, on the other hand, help visualize the path users travel from one page or event to the next. It helps you discover what content keeps your users engaged with your site and where there's any issues. Here we're taking a look at conversion reports. When I use the word conversion, I'm using it to mean a completion of an important business activity, like, say, a purchase. These reports can help you see how all your various site pages work together to help the user complete, well, whatever it is you're trying to get them to complete. Back in part 1, we talked a little bit about information architecture, or IA, and how to design your website for your targeted audience. But what happens when you aren't sure what your target audience wants? Free tools like Google Optimize allow you to tap into their needs based on their real-time interactions with your site. You can use Optimize to run experiments to test new website designs, layouts, and content with a subset of your visitors. Instead of relying on, say, your instinct or opinion to determine the best page or site design, you can run an experiment that tests alternate designs with real-world users and get results that are simple to read and understand. Optimize uses the power of analytics to measure your experiments and uses your analytics goals as experiment objectives. What's more, you can serve experiments to specific groups of users that you've defined as audiences. So Google Optimize allows you to run a variety of free tests to customize your website experience for your target audience. Some of the tests you can run with your Optimize account include A/B tests, which let you test multiple versions of the same web page to learn which page works best for your users, multivariate tests, which allow you to test multiple elements on a page to see which combination works best, or redirect tests, which is a type of A/B test that lets you test separate pages against each other, With redirect tests, the test variants are identified by a URL instead of a page element. This could be really helpful if you are on the fence between two different landing page designs or even a complete page redesign. In part 1, we also talked about how a great website includes useful information for your customers. And chances are, your customers will search for your valuable content using keywords in search engines. It's important to incorporate those same keywords into your content so that it will become more recognizable by search engines and more easily found by your customers. You can use the Google Trends tool to understand the keywords that are trending in your industry and geographic location over time, so that you can incorporate the most effective keywords into your website content. To plan out your keyword strategy, first visit g.co/trends. Next, enter the keywords or phrases you would like to compare. Then, narrow down the results by location. Adjust the date ranges to see how or if the results appear different. And lastly, explore related searches for more ideas. In part 1, we also discussed how different types of website functionality can help customers find what they need more quickly, make more informed buying decisions, or connect with your business in new and different ways. Too often, website creators are tempted to add functionality just for the sake of adding it. But you want to be sure you're always considering the user experience when adding elements to your website. Make sure you're adding functionality that your customers want and need. For example, if you own a restaurant and your customers constantly ask about the option to place their takeout order online, think about adding an online ordering page to your site. You'll also want to avoid visitor distractions like pop-ups the moment they land on your website, or say an invitation to sign up for your newsletter. This can also be true for those irritating chatbot pop-ups. You'll also want to avoid embedding videos that will autoplay when visitors land on your website. They may be an environment, say such as their local favorite library, that will not allow for sounds, and it could cause them to immediately navigate away from your website. And a final reminder that user experience should never be a sacrifice to beautiful design. Functionality is one of the most important elements of website design. In part 1, we discussed how a great website is intuitive. Visitors should not have to think about, or worse, struggle, to find what they're looking for or to do what they want to do on your site. We also reviewed some of the best practices for tailoring a website to visitors using different devices, such as a smartphone. The design of your site can have a big impact on whether or not it helps you reach your goals, and we have to consider all different types of visitors on a variety of devices. To do that, we're going to look at how to use the Google Inspector within Google Chrome to test your website's compatibility from all different device types. To use Google Chrome Inspector, you'll first want to navigate to your website, and you'll need to do so from within a Chrome browser window. From there, right-click anywhere on the site and select Inspect. On the right-hand toolbar, select the icon labeled Toggle Device Toolbar. This will bring up a drop-down menu above your website labeled Responsive. From there, you can use the drop-down menu to view how your website displays on all types of devices. Last but definitely not least, a great website is search-friendly. Last time, we discussed how various search engine algorithms work to understand your website content and place your site properly within the search results. The Search Console tool can help you to monitor, maintain, and troubleshoot your site's presence in Google search results. To sign up for a free Search Console account, start by visiting g.co/searchconsole. You'll need to add a website property to your Search Console account and verify your ownership of it. You could create a property that includes an entire domain, such as, say, example.com, or a property that's limited to a single page on your site. After you've signed up for Search Console, you'll receive an email if any unusual events occur within your website. Unusual events include indications that your website has been hacked or problems that Google had when crawling or indexing your site. Google will also email you if there's any indication that your site violates Google's search quality guidelines. Okay, now you've had a strong foundation of skills for creating a website that works for you. If this workshop interested you and you'd like to learn more, you may want to check out Google Primer. Primer is a free app you can download to your phone. It has a series of short lessons that are all less than 5 minutes each, and you can access lessons specific to learning to work from home and do business online by visiting g.co/primer/fromhome. And remember that you can catch up on all our past digital workshops through the library's website at turnerfreelibrary.org/digital, or you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me as we looked at ways to make your website work for you, and I hope you have a great day.